Fuck that little Yoda's a tough cunt. For someone who's 2 foot tall and green. Fuck that little Yoda's a real tough nut to crack. He's a lean, mean, at one with the Force, fighting machine. So what about the Declaration of Emergency Powers? Whoa, hey, you reckon that could happen here on Spaceship Earth?
Bro, you know that Event 201 thing you keep going on about that you reckon was a dress rehearsal for COVID?
Yeah.
Well, I spoke to my stepbrother about it, and he reckons that all countries are constantly modelling hypothetical response tactics for a whole host of different disasters and emergencies, ranging from pandemics to earthquakes, floods and missile attack, and that it's not the first time the World Health Organisation or the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has run pandemic simulations. He said from what he's seen and heard from friends in the medical establishment, it's no joke, and he's really worried about you espousing all these ridiculous conspiracy theories, even though no one in Australia listens to you anyway.
I think I prefer fish out of Portman, but if Portman smiled, fuck, I'd smile back.
Yeah, I think overall the way Carrie looked with those weird bun things in her hair, the
That's
original.
exactly what I'm talking about, bro.
What?
The way she looked. Are you comparing Carrie and Natalie based on their talent and skill and or what little you know about who they are as people, or are you ranking them as sexualized objects whose sole value is their physical appearance and their ability to conform to your consumer manufactured sense of what's hot and what's
But
not?
Rui, Princess Leia was my
6-year-old's delight. So what about the desecration of the sacred feminine? Whoa, hey, do you reckon that could happen here on Spaceship Earth?
Uncle Abraham, have you ever considered subjugating womankind through monotheistic dominated culture and attempting to eradicate all forms of nature goddess worship by burning women, destroying ancient temples and sacred sites, imposing Judeo-Christian plutocracy onto matriarchal, matrilineal and indigenous societies, forbidding traditional language, ceremony and ritual, and banning the use of entheogenic sacraments?
Got to admire these kleptocrats who wage their wars for peace. Oh, please start admiring these slick technocrats who enslave us all with screens. Fuck that little Yoda's a tough cunt. Someone who's 2 foot tall and green.
but he's a meditator and has cultivated within himself a deep and abiding respect for all forms of life, and he studied the modes and mechanisms by which empire uses fear and division to control and subjugate, and he understands the power of words and language to create and influence reality, and even in ironic parody when trying to make a noble point would never endorse the linguistic denigration of the feminine inherent in the use of the word cunt as a curse. Well, at least to me, sitting in a movie cinema with my friends Joe and Hayden in Penrith, New South Wales, Australia, eating popcorn and a choc top and totally oblivious to the extent to which my white male privilege automatically bestows upon me insane and unfair advantage in a patriarchal colonialist society.
That's how it did seem. So what about compassion and respect for all forms of life? Hey, do you reckon that could happen here on planet Earth?
Hey, Uncle Colonialism and Dispossession, have you ever considered developing compassion and respect for all forms of life, including but not limited to a deep knowing or at least a cerebral recognition of the fact the Earth itself is alive?